what is all this color therapy? How does this affect our eyes and our retina and our vision? Because when I was in optometry school, we took a lot of classes on optics. You know, you use a certain lens and it bends the light in a certain way. So the light was always coming into the eye. And there was never any measurement or even discussion on using light therapeutically to improve the vision. It was only an optics exercise where the light enters the eye, you give a person a lens to focus the light on the retina. There was also never any discussion of how light leaves the eye. In other words, how the light goes in the other direction. But I will say this, that when I was in my training at the Gazelle Institute, so Arnold Gazelle was a physician who studied human and child development. And he started an institute in 1948. And it was, at that time, it was affiliated with the Yale University and Yale School of Child Development. So it was in New Haven, Connecticut. And I had known about this training when I was in optometry school because it was a place where you learned how to evaluate children who had developmental problems. And I bring this up as it relates to light because one of the instructors there, his name was Dr. John Streff. And Dr. Streff was one of those eye doctors who taught me a lot about prescribing lenses the right way. And he was doing a demonstration one day where he had a flashlight. It was a very specialized flashlight that you shine into the eyes. And the technique is called retinoscopy. And when you shine this flashlight into the eye, you can actually see a reflection of the light coming off the retina. It's an orange reflex. So when you're looking shining it into the eye, and you're about maybe 12 inches away from the person, it's a technique as a way to prescribe lenses. And you can put lenses in front of the eye and it changes how the retina is reflecting the light. So Dr. Streff did this demonstration where he called up one of my classmates into the audience, from the audience, and he was shining the retinoscope into my friend's eye, my colleague, he's a doctor, and he said, just relax, don't do anything. And there was not much reflex coming off the retina. Then he said, okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to visualize in your head yourself playing tennis. Okay, so you're hitting the ball back and forth and you're kind of visualize your game of tennis. And all of a sudden, when Dr. Streff looked into the eye with the reflex, it got very bright. There was a lot of vibrancy. And so the moral of the story is that when we mentally engage with our eyes, we actually can radiate more light out of the eyes. And there's a saying that I like to use where the more light we can take in, the more light we can radiate out. And when we radiate light out through our eyes, this is part of our self-expression.